If your joints feel stiff, your skin acts up, or your energy crashes after meals, there's a good chance inflammation is part of the story. But don't worry, because today I'm going to show you how one simple, inexpensive supermarket item can quell that internal fire. Meet celery. Not a trendy superfood, not a wonder medication, just good old green anti-inflammatory. And as always, we only provide science-backed content with references, so yes, this is all backed by science. In the next few minutes, you will learn how celery helps fight inflammation in your body and how to utilize it the correct way without losing its precious fiber. We'll show you exactly how to perform a 7-day celery cleanse to get that inflammation under control. We'll give you some culinary tips and what to watch out for so you don't overdo it. Let's start with a common misconception, that celery is nothing more than crunchy water. This is wrong. Celery contains two strong plant compounds called apigenin and luteolin, as well as additional polyphenols in the leaves and seeds. Celery leaf and seed extracts have been shown in research studies to reduce inflammatory signals in immune cells, speed up wound healing, and directly inhibit lipoxygenase, which is an enzyme that increases inflammatory signals. Celery can help reduce the levels of cytokines and other molecules that cause you to feel sore, swollen, and weary. In other words, inflammation is governed by a group of molecules that constantly send out spam messages in the group chat. The flavonoids in celery simply turn the "do not disturb" on so your body can take a breather. Furthermore, celery's antioxidants activate your body's built-in cleanup crew via metabolic pathways linked to enzymes that fight oxidative stress. In other words, all the flavonoids and other molecules in celery not only silence the inflammatory spam messages, but can also trigger a cleanup process. That's why researchers associate celery's chemicals with not just calmer joints, but also healthier arteries, improved metabolic balance, and even calmer skin. Now, keeping this in mind, you may be tempted to go for the celery juice, but there's a catch. Many commercial juices contain added sugar, and the juicing process strips away the useful fiber. So, contrary to popular opinion, do not resort to large doses of celery juice. Instead, simply chuck that celery into the blender and blend it. Most of the beneficial molecules in celery travel with the fiber, which also helps regulate blood sugar, so don't get rid of that fiber. Blend, do not juice. Alternatively, you can just eat the plant as is with some hummus or another healthy dip. Most people I know usually like crunchy stuff combined with a tasty dip. You might also want to consider consuming the leaves, as research shows that celery leaves and seeds are the most effective element. Chop them into salads, sprinkle them over soups, or blend a handful into a pesto with olive oil, lemon, and walnuts. The seeds can be incorporated into spice rubs for chicken or tofu, whisked into vinaigrettes, or soaked in hot water for a quick celery seed tea. You can also buy celery seed-based dressings that would go well on roasted fish or veggies. If, for whatever reason, you prefer cooking the celery, keep in mind that extended cooking might deactivate some of the beneficial molecules in it. Gentle sautéing or short simmering in soups is all you need. Now, let's go to the useful stuff you've been waiting for, how to reduce inflammation with the 7-day celery detox plan. On day 1, add 1 cup of chopped celery, stalks and leaves, to your lunch salad and a pinch of celery seeds to the dressing. On day 2, try a snack of celery sticks with hummus and a squeeze of lemon. On day 3, soup night, a fast pot of onions, carrots, celery, garlic, and a can of white beans. Garnish with chopped leaves and olive oil. On day 4, make a fiber smoothie by blending 1 tiny stalk and a handful of leaves with cucumber, green apple, ginger, and water. Remember, no filtering. Keep the pulp. On day 5, combine protein and crunch by topping salmon, other fish, or chickpeas with a lemon parsley celery leaf gremolata. On day 6, add some spiciness by using celery seed in a roasted vegetable rub or on scrambled eggs. On day 7, repeat your favorites and see what has changed. Less morning stiffness, smoother digestion, and fewer afternoon crashes. If this helps, keep it up and experiment with other recipes. Consistency trumps perfection. You are probably wondering how much celery you need. For most individuals, 1 to 2 cups of chopped celery or a hearty handful of leaves each day is a reasonable food goal, with celery seeds serving as a tasty bonus, about 1/4 to 1/2 a teaspoon when cooking. If you enjoy smoothies, make them your sidekick on most days and supplement with whole celery on other days. Remember, this is a nutritional nudge, not a medicine. Think of it as a constant, everyday signal rather than a single, large, heroic dose. Celery chemicals have been linked to healthier blood vessels and improved metabolic signaling because they calm inflammatory pathways and lower oxidative stress, according to research. This can lead to greater insulin sensitivity, smoother circulation, and reduced background inflammation. In other words, no more puffy skin or sluggish recovery after exercise. But keep in mind that celery will not outperform your gym routine or replace your doctor. It's food, not a medical prescription. If you have a sensitive gut, it might become unhappy if you suddenly increase your fiber intake. The solution? Try smaller amounts first. Don't just jump head straight into a celery detox. Also, big servings can cause gas for some individuals. Allergies to celery and parsley are also not too uncommon, so if you're allergic, be careful. If you take blood thinners, have kidney problems, or are pregnant, see your doctor before using concentrated celery seed. Want to create a simple anti-inflammatory dinner in 10 minutes? Chop 2 celery stalks and leaves, a cucumber, a handful of parsley, and a small avocado. Toss in olive oil, lemon, garlic, black pepper, and a pinch of celery seed. Add canned wild salmon or chickpeas for protein. You get fiber to keep blood sugar stable, lipids to absorb the flavonoids, and a slew of plant ingredients to soothe those hyperactive signals. Eat it a couple of times per week, and your biology will take note. This is your action step for today. Open your refrigerator, save the celery you've been ignoring, and use the leaves. If you like science-backed content, hit that subscribe button real quick and share this with someone who will also find it useful. Stay curious and see you in the next one.